My name's David. My wife and I have been looking after our son now for 25 years, and he suffers from schizophrenia. Now, we're fortunate in one respect insofar as he hears voices, but the voices seem to be happy ones. So he seems to be quite cheerful. So we have that to our advantage. Now, he first started perhaps 25 years ago, and he was away in Nottingham, and he was arrested for not such bad behaviour, but the neighbours were a little bit worried about how he was going on, and the policemen took him into the Nottingham police station. They got in contact with my wife, who lived in Leeds, and we went down to see what was happening. About a fortnight ago, our son had an appointment with his psychiatrist, and it obviously troubled him. So he went walkabout on the morning before the interview took place. Now, my wife and I wondered what to do, but thought the best thing for us to do was to go and see the psychiatrist, Dr. Van Gala. And we went to see her, and she spoke to us for about half an hour in a very, very positive mood. She wasn't criticising the fact that Christopher wasn't there. She was trying to help us to get the medication right and to see if there was any way that she could improve the situation. It's with our local surgery. Christopher visits there fairly often to get his medication, but from time to time he doesn't keep the appointments, and on one or two occasions he's actually walked out during the appointed time when he's been in discussion. But there again, the surgery have been extremely helpful. There's been no criticism at all. They've been on to us to make sure that we were all right with what was happening and that we weren't too worried about what was going on. So we are very, very much involved in his care because we look after him 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So we even think that we might have a little bit more experience than the nurse who only comes and sees him for half an hour once every 3 weeks, or the consultant who might only see him once every 3 months. So we feel we have a lot to give in order to keep him on as well as we can on the straight and narrow. And we sometimes feel that some of the things we say are not quite in line with the training that the professionals have been given. And on occasions, we've really had to insist. One occasion, Christopher changed his medication and he took to bed and he wouldn't get up for a fortnight. So we insisted that the professionals came along and saw him and talked to him and realised that there was something wrong with the way his medication was being given. What's going to happen in the future? I mean, I'm 82 now. Now, 3 or 4 years' time, I'll be wanting care myself, not being able to look after Christopher. But who knows, he might suddenly perk up and look after me. But that's to be awful. But we don't know what's going to happen. He doesn't need day-to-day care, but he needs someone. If anything goes wrong, he needs help. Unless they actually take him and put him in the house where he can live and look after him, then there's no chance for him really, I don't think.